Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to Team Big Play. So, first off, I just want to say Merry Christmas, yo. We're so close to 2019. It's insane. I can't even believe how the time flies. So, I just want to say Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you do to kind of celebrate. I just want to say I hope you had a good time. But new year obviously means a lot for Yu-Gi-Oh! You got new decks, new packs, new boxes, new Megatons, everything, new cards, new archetypes. So I'm really repped up for this year. We got the new dual powers coming out. Plan on getting you some unboxing videos for that one, but so without further ado, I want to introduce today's video. If you didn't see in the thumbnail, is a Speedroid deck profile. Now you're wondering, hey, why would you be doing a Speedroid deck profile? Well, the answer is simple. There's a new Speedroid card coming out called Speedroid GOM, and looking at that card, it kind of got me thinking, what if we brought it back? So I'm trying for a bit more of a competitive build. There's some stuff, I just started kind of thinking about what I can do with Junk Connector, see if there's anything a little bit more. But I've been going through some stuff. The Link Monster is just absolute boss. So what this is a whole deck profile. The only thing you need to throw in are 3 copies of the Link Monster, maybe 2 and 1 Needle Fiber. Needle Fiber's out around the time you're watching this. So yeah, that's what we got. And if you like the video, like, subscribe, notification button down below, and let's just get right into it. Alright guys, so we're going to start off with the monsters as usual, and we're going to be starting off with our 3 ofs. So if you don't know what Speedroids are a synchro-based deck, based to synchro climb to go into their boss monster, Crystal Wing, Synchro Dragon. However, I realized there are a couple things you can do, and the recovery on this deck is just insane. You can one turn completely wreck their whole plays, but next turn they're going to get you. Top decking here is like absolutely insane. So many graveyard effects, no matter whether they're once per turn or not. So we're going to start off with our 3 ofs today. First we got it, Speedroid Daiko Duke. So what this card does, you can banish this card from your graveyard, special summon 1 Speedroid tuner from your hand or graveyard, except Speedroid Daiko Duke. You can only use this effect, Daiko Duke, once per turn. So first off, he is a tuner, so good to synchro summon with. But if he's in your grave, take him, banish, special summon a lot of other tuners. And it's not a once per turn, his banished effects. If you get 3 in the graveyard, you need to link spam or synchro climb. Just get rid of them. They're pretty easy to pitch into the graveyard too. So, awesome card. The fact that it's a level 3 is even nicer. And then, moving on to our next one, you got Speedroid Ticktumberg. Now, this is your searcher. So what it does is if you control a wind monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can tribute this card. Special summon 1 Speedroid tuner monster from your deck. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except wind monsters. So, sadly, it does lock you into win. But in this deck, that's not too much of a problem. But yeah, the special summoning is awesome. If you normal summon it, you're not locked into win. So, actually, hold up. No, if you special summon it, you're good. So you can, special for link fodder. But then the tribute is what locks you into win. So as long as, you're getting around in your plays, get them all in first, then you can use this tribute effect. However, I don't think that'll be too necessary the way I built it. Then you have Speedroid Horse Stilts. Now this one's pretty good. And this card's normal summon, special summon 1 level 4 lower Speedroid monster from your hand. So, you can get like, what is that? Daiko Duke. Get it out, take it on board, special it out by its own effects. There's 3 monsters, 1 that can bring it back, 1 that can special summon out a tuner. So, about 4 monsters more or less. Then this thing has a graveyard effect too. During your main phase, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard, send 1 min monster from your deck to the graveyard. You can only use this effect to Speedroid Horse Stilts once per turn. That is so useful, especially if you have it in the grave. You need to get Denden in the grave or a couple other of these cards that I'll show you. So, yeah, but that's good. So that's going to be it for 3 ofs on our Speedroids anyways. You're also going to be running a wind witch engine in here. I've contemplated about taking it out before, but I think it's really good because, you know, all you need to do is pull that ice bell, and it can honestly probably win you games and definitely save your ass, especially if you get Gumballard. Or, you know, a snow bell, just so you have that undestroyable crystal wing. That's always nice. So, alright, and we're going to move on to our 2 ofs, which we have a lot of. I might actually end up throwing our 1 ofs in there too, just because there's only one of. Alright, and now moving on to our 2 ofs. We're actually going to start with the only 1 of. So first of all, this is one of the best cards in the deck. Set it down here. Kind of zoom in a little bit so you can get it. If you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. This card is normal or special summon. You can add 1 speed or a monster from your deck to your hand, except Terratop. So not only is it a Stratos, but it special summons itself out, which is awesome. So, which is good because then you can search any of these. You can search out your, you know, your Takedown Board, your Den Daiko Duke, and it allows you to get that normal summon too. So you could actually use that. Search Horse Stilts, normal Horse Stilts effect. That's 3 monsters out on the board, depending on your hand. So, yeah, but Speedroid Terratop, sadly, it's limited, I have to tell you, or I would run 3. I think it might come off soon, especially with the announcement of GOM Gun and, you know, Speedroids. As an engine, people don't really use much. They're normally using, you know, your Wind Witches, but it's a good card, gotta admit. Alright, and then for our next, going into our 2 ofs, this card right here is the best tuner in the deck that you are going to be bringing out most of the time. Speedroid Red-Eye Dice Machine Tuner. This card is normal or special summoned. You can target 1 Speedroid monster you control, except Speedroid Red-Eye Dice, and declare a level from 1 to 6. It becomes that level until the end of this turn. So basically, alright, let me get out my Terratop boy. Let's say you get Terratop, right? Terratop's effect, special out, search, Red-Eyed. Red-Eye's normal Red-Eyed. Red-Eye's effect. You can target this any level between 1 and 6. Go to 6. Synchro summon. And then, you know, you're going into your Crystal Wing, or your, Clear Wing Fast Dragon, Winter Bell, any level 7, or, you know, anything lower than that, too. So, yeah, good stuff right there. Definitely something you want to keep in the graveyard, as I've noticed its best utility is in the graveyard. Just because so many of these graveyard effects that trigger off, it's just really helpful. Then you have your Cyber Dragon of the deck, Speed or Passing Glider. This card's really good for making your Link monsters. You're not really going to be using its Pendulum effect, however you can. But I don't think I've ever really used it. Maybe like once. But its monster effect is really good. If there are no monsters on the field, special summon this card from your hand. Yeah, so basically, first turn Cyber Dragon, which is really good, 2,200 attack. You can only special summon Speedroid Passing Glider once per turn this way, and then when this card is, well, it's a bit shaky. Alright. Try this bit. There we go. When this card is Tribute summoned, you can target 1 level 4 or lower Speedroid monster in your grave, special it. So, and your opponent cannot target Speedroid monsters for attacks except this one. Yeah, just sometimes you'll have Passing Glider on the board, just randomly, one of your extra monsters. So that can come up, but, yeah. So that special summoning effect can definitely save you sometimes. I've used it a couple, but mostly its special effect is the good one. I thought about, well, actually, before I tell you about that, we're gonna lead on with this other guy, the other level 5, which is, basically goes perfectly incoherent with it. Alright, it says if a monster is special summoned to your field, except during damage set, special this cards. First of all, what I've thought about teching in before, what you could do is Cyber Dragon Nova Infinity, since they're both level 5 machines, and I pull them together pretty frequently. Special Passing Glider, since it was special, Rubber Band Plane, bam, Nova, Infinity, and you're good. However, you know, it's good link fodder too. You could use it as that. Cannot special some. Okay, never mind. Can't special summon monsters except wind. You can use this effect once per turn. It's normal special. Target one face-up monster loses 600 attack. So, you know, it's okay. I like the special effect for the link material, though. Yeah, so that's those two. Those out of the way. You really only need two of. One of, it's nice to have them for the specific reason of, you know, the link material. But three is just too many. I'd rather see other things. So, like this card. Speedroid double yo-yo. Alright, so when this card is normal summon, you can target one level 3 or lower Speedroid monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Yeah, so pretty blunt, simple, straight to the point effect, but you know, really good between this and the Terratop. Those are the two things you're going to be searching off a GOM gun, which I'm going to get you a picture of and kind of tell you what it does here in a second. But yeah, simple card. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Next card you got, Speedroid Kid. This card is normal summon. Target one tuner monster in either player's graveyard. Special summon it to your side of the field. And if you do, immediately after this effect resolves, synchro summon one win synchro. So, you know, you're not normally going to be taking your opponent's tuners, but if you get this and you have red-eyed in your grave, it can save your butt. You just go into clear wing fast, drop your opponent's monster, attack 0, effects negated, swing for 25, which can game them a lot of the times. So that's if you don't have anything else that you can special out, which most of the time you're going to. All right, and that's going to wrap it up for our Speedroid monsters. We're going to move to our Wind Witch engine, and then our spells, we run no traps in the deck. And then our extra deck. And, all right, so moving on to our next engine. Similar to the Trickstar build, there's only one difference. We're running instead of the 3-2-1 for the Trickstar, you know, 3 Ice Spell, 3 Glass Spell, or 3 Ice Spell, 2 Glass Spell, and 2 Snow Bell. You're going to be running 2 instead of 1 Snow Bell. So if you do not know, Glass Spell effect, control no monsters, special summon it out, then you can special summon a Wind Witch, but it can't be tributed. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck except level 5 or higher win. So you do this, you search this, Glass Spell's effect goes off. If it's normal special, add a Wind Witch monster from your deck to your hand. Then you can only special winds. Search Snowbell, Snowbell's effect. If you control 2 or more wins and no non-wins, you can special summon this card from your hand. A Wind Synchro monster that was summoned using this card's synchro material cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So part of the reason why I run 2 in this and not 1 is because seeing this card is really nice. 3 is a bit too many, you'll start to brick, but 2 is just that sweet spot number. Because, you know, it's an all-win deck. So getting it out is super easy, and then it gives you that effect that the monster synchro summon with it can't be destroyed. So yeah, it definitely comes in handy a lot. Definitely a card you're going to want to see. Also, too, you know, if you use your Ice Spell, this is a good going first, by the way. If you're going first, unless you have a way to bring out, because you can normally bring out like 2 negates with this deck. But this is just pretty good, you know, just in case you brick. So good going first. But yeah, you definitely want to see this card a lot. This one, it depends. Sometimes you use it, sometimes you don't. Special summon ability is nice too, because then you can just, you know, link it away. This card's preferably not to see. You want to keep it in your deck, but you need to just, you know, to complete the combo. Special. So, alright, and that's going to wrap it up for our monster lineup. We're going to move on to our spells, and then our extra deck. Alright, so moving on to our spells. We have a couple that are Speedroid specific. As for spells, I think this is a good lineup. The only thing I might consider is maybe one less extra foolish, and maybe no Pot of Desires, possibly. I don't know. But the rest of these, I think I might keep. Those 2 you could get rid of. I think they're pretty good for what they do, honestly, especially once you see some of the synchro monsters in here. but they're definitely both one-ofs because you see them right when you need them at 1. So we're going to start off with our boy here, Speed Recovery. So target 1 Speedroid monster in your graveyard, special summon it. So pretty good. It's already a monster reborn, which is just amazing. Second effect, during your main phase, except turn this was sent, banish it, target 1 Speedroid monster in your graveyard, add it. So it really is a speed recovery, as it says. Not only is it a monster reborn, but you know, it keeps stuff cycling in your hand. You know, you need a top deck, get a dead draw, cool, banish it from your grave, get whatever you need. So that's a 3 of. That is a must 3 of. I don't know why you would run anything less. Its effect is just on point. Definitely one of the best spell cards here. So yeah, 3 of. Trust me. Then we have 2 extra Foolish Burial. Now you might be wondering, why would I want to pay half my life points to send something to the grave? That is because you have, if I'm correct, 2 Synchro Monsters in your extra deck that will bring themselves back out. So first of all, extra material. It can get you right to your Crystal Wings where you need to be, or your Stardust Warrior. So it's definitely pretty useful where, you know, if you have Soul Charge or Monster Reborn in your hand, you can just send Crystal Wing or Stardust Warrior and bring it back, you know, the hard way. So definitely good, definitely worth, you know, the half your life points. And then no sets. You're not really running traps. You're not really going to set anything anyways. So yeah, that's a 2 of. 3's just too much. You don't want it. You don't really need 3. You're probably only going to be using 1, a duel. So 2's fine. Maybe 1 if you would like, just in case you see it too much. I like to see it though. It's a really good extender. So then moving on to 2 of our 1 ofs. We have High Speed Relevel. Banish 1 Speedroid monster from your graveyard and target 1 secret monster you control. Till the end of this turn, change its level to the banished monster's level and gains attack equals that monster's level times 500. So, you know, first of all, it's level modulation, which is okay, but its attack is awesome. First of all, you're most likely going to have Rubber Band, Plane, or Passing Glider in your grave. So that's 5. So first of all, you're making your monster gain 2,500 attack. Then, if it's a, let's say, Clear Wing Fast, right? Activates effect, drop your opponent's monster's attack to 0, stab them for 5,000. So, you know, that's pretty solid. Or, you know, if you got a Crystal Wing, shoot, then that's 5,500. This card deals out a lot of damage, but honestly, you don't ever need more than 1, or, you know, you're gonna just see it too often. You'll see it when you need it. So 1's fine. You can replace it if you would like to. I like to keep it, just because attack boost is awesome in this game, especially, you know, when you're going against things like Thunder Dragons, Borload, Boral Sword, all those things. You definitely want the attack boost. Then you have Shock Surprise, awesome removal. Banish up to 2 Speedroid monsters from your grave. You know, yeah, you get those dead Speedroids in your grave, so you don't need. So it's pretty easy to sacrifice. Banish up to 2 Speedroid monsters from your graveyard. Target that many cards on the field, destroy them. So it's any card on the field, and then yeah, it destroys them. So it's not, you know, necessarily non-targeting, but 2's pretty good. So it's helped me out in a lot of situations, especially, you know, when you're unsure about back row. You're not really running the Nightmares. You're not running Trispana. So this is pretty helpful to have. Then you have, you know, 2 Called by the Grave. You can run 3. I haven't had 3 yet, but personally I kind of like 2 in this deck. I think I see it enough at 2. But, you know, you can run more if you would want to. Then you have 2 Pot of Desires. Once you do your combo, you know, activate this baby, get 2 more cards from your deck. You're running a lot of copies, so, you know, this isn't... you can use this. It's better to use your combo first, but, you know, for those dead hands, it helps out a lot. Then you have your Soul Charge. Take any monsters in your graveyard, any number, lose 1,000 for each monster, and special summon all of them. So, you know, this is good. Like I said, you get extra Foolish, activate this or Monster Revo, and Free Crystal Wing or Stardust Warrior. So which I'll go into explaining the extra deck. I think it's the extra deck that definitely puts this deck over the edge. Then you have Monster Reborn. Target one monster in your graveyard, and either player's special it. Pretty simple. Yeah, so that's it for a spell lineup. I don't run hand traps in the deck. You can if you want to. You know, it's all personal preference. That's how it is just with deck building in general. So I just kind of like to keep it simple, give you a good functioning deck core that I think I know you'll all like once you get to testing. So, alright, and we're going to move on to our extra deck now. Alright, well, here is the extra deck lineup, which, Stardust Warrior, 4 guys all the way in the corner. So, this is our extra deck lineup. The only thing it's missing, like I said, is the GOM guns. However, I've thought about experimenting with this card, Junk Connector. I'm not really going to go into it, because I don't really have the necessary cards, and I haven't. I just thought that actually kind of came to me today. Needle Fiber too, but mainly you're going to want 3 GOM gun when it comes out. You can replace it though, you know, with cards like Great Fly, Cleafort Genius, Junk Connector, which personally I think is better than those two. So, alright, but let's keep moving. First one, we have Martial Metal Marcher, 1 tuner and 1 non-tuner monster to bring it out, level 3. You know, Red Eye Dice, bring this baby out, no problem. Sheen Tuner Synchro. If this card is Synchro Summon, target 1 tuner in your graveyard, special it, and defense effects negated. Yeah, so pretty good. First of all, you're putting in 2 monsters to get 2 monsters, and then it's a Synchro Tuner, which I'll get to that in a couple seconds. You only use this effect in Martial Metal Marcher once per turn. Synchro monster uses this card as material, is also treated as a tuner while face up on the field. So that effect isn't necessarily necessary. But, yeah, the fact that it's a tuner synchro and it gets you an extra monster is pretty good. Because that's what you're going to be using to bring out your Stardust Warrior. Then you have HiSpeedroid Puzzle. Not necessarily anything special about this card. I thought about changing it out for, what is it? Older Entity. It's not Norden. I forgot it. But I thought about changing it out for a couple different monsters. But, you know, if you're running a budget, it's a pretty good placeholder there. So, and then you have the beast that you're going to be sending most of the time with extra foolish. If not, then this one. Level 5, Machine Synchro. During either player's turn, tribute this card, increase the levels of all monsters on the field by 1. So, you know, I've used it that effect a couple times, but this second one is, oof, the spice. If this card is in your graveyard and you control Speedroid Tuner, special summon this card. Also, you can ask for some monster for the rest of the turn, except Wind. So, basically, extra foolish, normal tuner, special this out. Most of the time, that in its own right is going to be Free Crystal Wing. But, that's if you have a tuner. If you don't, and, you know, you're not going to be able to get one out, which you're probably gonna, but if you want something that, you know, if you're getting into the grind game and you need to, just in case your opponent gets rid of everything, you need something that you can keep bringing out, you got this one. Basically the same effect. The only difference is, if you control no monsters, or no cards, you can special summon this card. You can't normal summon, set the turn you activate this. But yeah, you know, it gets you there. But you got things, you got Takedown Borg, you got, yeah, I don't know. You got Takedown Borg, you got Rubber Band Plane, you got your Terratop, a bunch of other cards that you can special out. Snowbell, once this is on the field, but it's definitely good for the grind game. Then you can banish 1 machine monster, inflict 500. So the 500 is not super important, but you know, just any extra damage can help. But yeah, it's free monster basically. There's not much to explain here. This is a good card. When this card is synchro summoned, draw 1 card. So first off, special summoning it, you're getting 1 out of it. So that's pretty good resource recovery, especially when you use this effect to bring them out. You can only use this effect to Stardust Charge Warrior once per turn. Then this card can attack all special summon monsters your opponent controls once each. So, you know, you can use something like high speed relevel, bump its attack, just annihilate absolutely everything on the field. Especially if your opponent extra links you, you're going to do so much damage. But yeah, it's good. Level 6 Synchro. Then you have your level 7s. First of all, you have Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. I'm not going to go into it too much, but you're mainly just going to be using this to banish for GOM Gun or to bring out Crystal Wing. But I'll go over it real quick. Once per turn, when another level 5 or higher monster activates effects on the field, you can negate the activation if you do destroy it. Once per turn, when another monster effect is activated that targets a level 5 or higher monster on the field, quick effect, negate, destroy. If this card effect destroys monster, this gains the original attack. So, you know, it can be pretty helpful. Mostly, in my experience, they'll just beat over it. So, it's not the best one compared to these two, but it's there if you need it. Then Windwitch Winterbell, not super important its effect, but just that way you know, you target one Windwitch monster in your graveyard, inflict damage to your opponent equal to that target's level times 200, and then during either player's battle phase, target one Windwitch monster you control, special summon one from the hand with level less than or equal to, but it cannot attack. So you're not going to be using that, you're just going to be using it for your burn damage when you summon it. This is one that you're probably going to be summoning on its own, honestly, just because of its effects. One tuner, one non-tuner win. During either player's turn, target one face-up monster your opponent controls. That will special summon from the extra deck until the end of this turn. Change its attack to 0. Also, that face-up monster has its effects negated. You can only use this effect to clear Wing Fast Dragon once per turn. If this card in the monster zone is destroyed by battle card effect, place in your pendulum. Its pendulum effect is basically, if it's in the pendulum zone, synchro summon it out of the pendulum zone. So let's say you have like a level 3 tuner and a level 4 monster, send those to the grave, special it out from the pendulum zone. So, but yeah, its effect to drop your opponent's attack to 0 is just so vital, and not only that, it's a non-destroying negate, which something that can be pretty helpful from time to time, especially if you just need to deal the damage. And the best part is, too, your opponent doesn't even have to activate, like, oh, I activate this monster's effects. Okay, chain quick effect, negate. It doesn't do that. So, you can keep him on the field, which is just awesome, and do it anytime. Alright, and then it's a pendulum, so, you know, you can always just keep bringing it back. And then you have your big, badass Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, level 8. It needs one tuner, one non-tuner synchro. Once per turn, when another monster effects activate, quick effect, negate the activation, destroy that monster, and if you do, this card gains attack equal to that monster's destroyed attack. So, first off, the attack gets so high on this thing when you're just negating. And then if you summon it with Snowbell, your opponent can't just get it off the board super easy. So, it's a problem for your opponent, and the fact that you can just crank this thing out like no tomorrow, it's definitely there. I run 2. You can run 3 if you want. 3 works as well. Then it's just, you know, more fodder for GOM Gun. But, yep, and then if this card battles an opponent's level 5 or higher during damage calculation, gain attack equal to that monster's attack. So, yeah, you know, you're at least doing 3,000 damage, and that's if you didn't negate something already. So, solid boss. You're going to want to be bringing out multiple copies of these if you can, just so you know you can max out on negates. Cloud Castle, it's just level 9. Ignore it. You can replace it with whatever you want. Stardust Warrior. 1 tuner synchro, 1 non-tuner synchro monsters. During either player's turn, if your opponent will special summon a monster, tribute this card, negate the summon. So, and if you do, destroy that monster. So first off, that's pretty good. You get a negate summon, but then, you know, you lose your monster. But there's a twist to that. During the end phase, if this effect was activating, special summon this card back from the graveyard. And was not negated, but I doubt it's going to get negated unless they effect Valor. Actually, no, they can't, because it has to tribute itself first. Pretty sure. So, Yeah, you get the negate summon, you get to bring it back. If this card was destroyed by battle, or if a face-up card you control leaves the... or this face-up card you control leaves the field because of opponent's card effect, especially someone level 8 or lower warrior. Synchro from your extra. So you special... First of all, and it's treated as a synchro summon. So you use this effect. If it does get destroyed, you bring out this effect. You get a draw on your opponent's turn, and you can put it in defense, you know, and get a pretty good negate out of it. Then this thing just, you know, negates and brings itself back. So a cyclable summon, in my eyes, the fact that it sends itself to the grave is pretty good in protecting itself as well. Alright, and then you're going to be running 3 of these Speedroid GOM gun. Now, I'm going to cut over real quick to a picture of it, so that way I can actually kind of show you, because I don't have it yet. But in the meantime, if you're watching this and GOM gun hasn't come out, you can just run 3 junk connector. This works. 3 Great Fly, 3 Cleaver Genius. Great Fly and Junk Connector are the better ones, though, for this. But, yeah, those are options, though. So, I'm going to cut over to that Speedroid GOM gun. Alright, guys, so what we have here is HiSpeedroid GOM gun. So, it only takes 2 wind monsters. Its effect during your main phase. You can immediately after this effect resolves. Normal summon 1 wind monster. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of this turn, except synchros. So it does kind of lock you in a bit, but pretty good turnout. So we're going to move on to the second effect. You can banish 1 wind synchro from your extra deck. Reveal 2 speedroids with different names. And what you're going to do is your opponent's going to randomly pick one. The one they picked, if I... yeah, add that one to your hand, send the other one to the graveyard. So a couple of the monsters that you're going to want to pick out for this is Terratop and Double Yo-Yo. So if, you know, they pitch Terratop, Double Yo-Yo, bring it back, effects go off. If they pitch Double Yo-Yo, you know, you get your Terratop. So, or, you know, Den Daiko Duke, so you can just send it to the grave. Double Yo-Yo and Den will work as well if you've already used your Terratop. So, GOM gun's pretty good, you know, definitely good turnout. You can also go into Needle Fiber. Personally, I recommend going Needle Fiber first, then GOM gun, or Junk Connect. Well, can you go? You could go Junk Connector, then GOM gun, but Needle Fiber is probably your best bet if Needle Fiber is even out at this point. I don't even know. Yeah, I'd have to check. But, yep, Speedroid GOM gun. And we're going to cut to our outro now, because I think y'all are starting to get a bit tired at this point. Alright guys, well, welcome to the end of the video. It's been nice. Sorry I haven't been able to post too much, or that, you know, the video quality might be a little off. I ended up having to travel up north because I'm going to be doing a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament at my hometown card shop. Just gotta say hi everybody, but don't worry. I got some more videos planned. I'm going to be doing a lot of dueling videos because I'm about to get a lot of footage from the tournament. So, you know, that way I can keep posting more and more. It's like, oh, one day, oh, shoot, you know, I don't have what I need to make the video. Or it's just a day where I'm really busy that I can get you the videos. Because, you know, this is something that I really want to do. So I want to make sure y'all can have... daily videos is my goal, but if not, you know, maybe like I miss a day out of the week or 2 days, that's about it. So, but you know, if you like the video, like, subscribe, notification bell, everything that you can do to help me, helps you, helps the community. So hopefully sooner, once the channel gets a bit bigger, I can start doing like giveaways, a bit more tournament feed. We're actually going to Atlanta, me and some of the other team members, which you're going to get to see in some future videos. We're going to YCS Atlanta, the first ever team YCS. So if you're interested in something like that yourself, just look it up, go on Yu-Gi-Oh's website, and they're going to have it for you. Might have a link down in the description below, so be sure to check that out. Other than that, shout outs to Side Deck Gaming Cafe. Like I said, that's where I got a lot of my cards. Same thing with my Trick Stars too. So yeah, I just want to say shout outs to them. Thanks to everybody else, and see y'all in the next video. Signing off.